good morning, good morning, good morning, good people, good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Hustle Hard Universe, where we give you what you need to unlock the better version of yourself, to become the better version of yourself. I'm your host. My name is LX, and it is so good to be back. Yeah, we took a little hiatus for a little bit, some back office things, had to get things together to decide exactly what we wanted to do and what we wanted to present to you on this channel to help you become what you wish to be in life, whether it be an entrepreneur or rather you want to rise the ranks in the 9-to-5 that you're already in. Yes, that's right. This is a 9-to-5 safe space here. And to be truth be told, there's a lot of people out there who have 9-to-5s who actually make more money than entrepreneurs. That's just one to grow with. But today, we are talking about entrepreneurship. And it just so happened that I was out in Southern Maryland at a pop-up and I met 3 great people and we had a great conversation. I want to bring you guys that conversation right now as they give you the real on what it is to be an entrepreneur.
My name is Vincent. I'm from the DMV, straight out of DC, Washington, DC, by way of Southeast.
My name is Larissa, but you can call me Sugar. Everybody calls me Sugar. The name of my business is Society Herbal Medicine Bar.
James Williams, out of the DMV area. Like you said, entrepreneur, 24/7.
Everyone has their different walks in life. It's the thing that makes us unique in who we are. Everyone has a different backstory. Everyone has, a different path that they're walking and a different path that they're walking from. And this is what makes us interesting as people on this planet. So it was only right that I asked them their why. Why did you become an entrepreneur? What was it that made you want to become an entrepreneur when you could have played it safe and just kept the job? What I've come to understand is there are a lot of people in today's time who actually left high-paying jobs to become entrepreneurs, whether it be for more time with the family, more time to, work on hobbies, more time to travel and do other things. So I asked them that. What was it that made you become an entrepreneur? What was it that made you want to become a boss?
I didn't know that this was what I was going to do. I just knew it was my passion. Before I started, I was actually a regional property manager for 14 years. One day I just walked in my office and I just up and quit, just cold turkey.
Got tired of it.
My boss came in, I literally was writing a letter to resign that day on the spot. I realized I was losing money coming to work.
Right.
And I was making $70,000, $80,000 a year.
So for me, it was, my mother died young. My mother died at 54, my grandmother died at 54, and my great-grandmother died at 52. So I wanted to change the narrative for my life. So when I turned 42, I figured, well, let me start herbing and treating myself that way, or pre-treating myself,
right,
because I figured if I had 10 good years to live, I wanted them to be healthy years.
Right.
So then the pandemic came, COVID happened, and people started asking me to help them. This has been changing. It's changed the narrative for my life. I'm 55. I'm doing things now.
I would have never gave you 55.
Did not, yeah. My mom was able to see 55. So yeah.
Been in this business for 27 years.
Yes, sir.
27 years, walked away from a government job, ain't never looked back. I like the fact of me doing me. What made me actually want to do this was I actually had an older lady that actually mentored me on how to sew from scratch my own garments. And with me doing that, it just escalated to me wearing my own garments and people seeing my style and saying, hey, I need to get that. So it went from her saying, hey, you're breaking my nails. You're ordering too much stuff. Let me show you how to do it. And it took off from that, me doing my own stuff, to me doing my friends, to all of this right here.
were all great answers. Great answers. Again, it just goes to show how different everyone is, but yet we're all after the same thing. Everyone just has their own walk. You have your walk, I have my walk, they had their walk as well. So, and it was good points that they all made, especially James. I love the points that James made, you know, and I love the stories, you know, about how they all just jumped off and did their own thing and took their risk. Vince's story was great. He came in already ready to leave. The boss is talking to him, and the whole time he's like, writing out putting in his little 2-week notice, and I'm stepping off to go gamble on myself. And it's a beautiful thing to go out and gamble on yourself. So next, I wanted to know the things that they were doing. Did it require any schooling? Because you have a lot of people, you know, across the internet, and some people are going to get upset about it. You guys already know I don't care. They tell you, you got to go to school, you got to get educated to do this and do that, to be successful and do this and do that. Yeah, that might have been a thing back in the 90s or something like that. 2025, things are different. Even when it comes to the job market, you have people that are going to school, getting these big time degrees, leaving college with a whole bunch of big time debt. But you have this guy over here who went to a vocational school, who learned hands-on, got certified in whatever it is that he wanted to do, and he's getting the job just like you. Some of them even get paid more than you because they had the experience while you only have the textbook version. But outside of that, I wanted to know, what does it take for them to become a good entrepreneur? Did it have to be schooling? Did they learn their craft just on their own? What does that look like? And they gave me these answers.
To tell somebody else how to do this, you have to have an understanding that, hey, it's work. And you're working for yourself. Keep that in mind. You're not working for the next man. You're not shopping for the next man. When you do it, you have to do you. That's the best. That's the best. There's no school that can teach you how to do this.
Right.
Because you have to want to do it yourself.
So, all right, so there's different types of herbling. There's clinical herbs, a clinical herbalist who has a degree and certification. I don't have that. I am considered an ancestral herbalist.
Okay.
My ideas were like sat on my lap from my ancestors.
For me, it was passion. I didn't have no schooling. I have no certificates in cooking. I'm not a chef. I just love to make fish. I enjoy frying fish. So I came up with a menu that was simple, and it was all food that I actually love and enjoy myself. Fried fish, fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, string beans, shrimp, crab cakes, stuff that's easy to make,
right,
that you can cook and prepare in minutes, and it makes you a lot of money.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. There is another question, and this is a very important question to most entrepreneurs or people who are thinking of becoming entrepreneurs, and it's the big H. How much will it cost for me to start this? Yeah, very big decision to make. Sometimes becoming an entrepreneur can be expensive, sometimes it's not, depending on what you wish to do, how far you wish to go, and what you're trying to achieve. So I asked all three of them that, of what was the initial investment? And I got some really good, interesting answers. I really did. Some really good, interesting answers, all right? And Sugar surprised me with her answer, actually. But, yeah, let's see what they said.
Initial investment to get started, you can start off with a little of $20,000, and that's the basic of having your machines and just getting behind a person like myself that will actually show you. You know how they say you have a boss and a leader? A leader will actually work with you and show you how to do these things so it doesn't cost as much. We try to make it cost efficient with, hey, you're making money instead of just blowing it on this machine, that machine, this machine. Because I tell everybody, just like back in the days we had a typewriter, now it's a laptop. Everything changes over. So 10, 20,000 will get you started to where as though you can grow your business into what you want it to be.
So what I did was, because I was a regional manager for so long, I went, looked at my 401k, I saw what it would cost me to pull it out early, tax-wise. I think I ended up walking away with maybe $47,000. I took, this is the truth, I took $40,000 and put it into this truck from beginning to the end. Look at me. 3 months. 1, 2, 3. This was paid off.
Yes, sir.
And I had more money to go. And I'm not standing to brag. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If you believe in yourself, you set a goal and you believe in you.
Yes, sir.
Sky's the limit.
That's a very difficult thing to answer. Because herbing is more of a connection to the mind, body, and spirit. I closed down a hair salon where I was making 6 figures a year to do this. So you really can't present it at a monetary standpoint.
Understood.
And have it to work. Because like you can't use an herb. You have to be connected to the herb.
Right. At that point, you're doing it for all the wrong reasons.
Right. So I would just say, have a leaf, jump out on, a leap of faith, and give birth to it.
As you can see, the conversation was going well. We're getting a lot of good information here, a lot of good information on what it is to be an entrepreneur. So my next question was, is it easy being an entrepreneur? I myself could answer these questions being an entrepreneur myself, a multi-entrepreneur, but I like to get opinions and the thought processes of other people on how they see things. I like to see other people's views. It's always good to step outside of yourself and see what other people think about things. We don't live in a big I, little you type world, though some of us look at it as a big I, little you type world. The reality of it is that it's not made that way. So it's always good to see what somebody else thinks. You never know, they may say something that may inspire you, or it may help you with a problem that you ran into. So it's always good to get output from other people. So I asked them, hey, what's the truth of being an entrepreneur? Is it easy? Is it hard work? What is it? What was it for you? Their experience might not be my experience. Their experience might not be your experience. But it's interesting to hear other people's views on exactly how they perceive the life of an entrepreneur.
It can be easy. I'm going to say it's difficult because when you're branding yourself and you're actually doing your own designing, it gets kind of tedious. I challenge myself to the tedious work. When people see my work, they say, how'd you do that? I dedicate my time and make it happen. Now, I can make it easy. I can go to the big companies and say, hey, I need you to print this, I need you to do that. But they're not going to do it the way you want it done. So it's a double-edged sword. But for the most part, it can be easy. Because once again, it's fun to me because it's what I like to do. That's the easy part. It's what you like to do. Anything that you like to do, is you putting your passion to it. It's easy.
Right, it's not work at that point.
It's not work at that point.
Right.
It's a business though. Keep in mind, it's still a business. It's just not work.
So it's nothing worth having is easy. It's not, right? And if you follow me, you would think that what I do is easy. And I know it's not easy. And I'm different because I believe so much, I enjoy so much, and I love what I do. But for a lot of people, the journey is rough. I can't give you, and I'm being honest with you, brother. I'm being honest with you. I'm probably that 1%. I can't give you the rough end.
Right.
I can't, because my story is different.
Right.
I can't tell you that I slept in a cart and I didn't eat for months in and months out when I came into the game. Now, what I can tell you is I started from my home. And I live in Southeast DC, one of the worstest neighborhoods in the District of Columbia. And I would have cars lined up out front of my house to come buy fish sandwiches, crab legs, garlic crabs. And that's when I realized that it's costing me money to actually go to work and make $80,000 a year.
Right.
It was costing me money. I'm not saying that to be egotistical. I'm not saying that to lie. I'm not saying that to gain views. I'm being honest with you. And the day I left, my $80,000 salary tripled.
Now this was a big one for me. Me and James had a great conversation, and in that conversation we had a sidebar topic that we touched on a little bit that just popped into my mind to ask him. So I asked him, I said, hey, what do you think are the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make that lead to their downfall? And he gave me a really, really, really good answer, and you guys need to listen to this.
Not taking it serious. not taking it serious, thinking that, how can I say it? People not taking it serious because they think everything is a hustle. No, it's a business.
Right.
When you think of it, it's a business. It's your business. That's an entrepreneur. Your business. Nobody else's.
Right.
So you have to take that time and that dedication. I guess the young lady I was just talking to had the same conversation when you walked up. You have to be dedicated into what you want to do. Because ain't nobody else going to do it. You're an entrepreneur. You're by yourself.
Everything he said was the straight up truth. Everything. Every word he said was the straight up truth. I'm in 100 agreement with everything that he said. You have to take your business serious. If you don't, it's going to fall. It's going to fall. And in other videos, you're also going to hear me talk about mindset more because it's important. It's important. Your mindset is everything. You can't treat your entrepreneurship and treat your business like it's a hustle. Entrepreneurship and a hustle are two different things. They're not to be confused. And once you start looking at your business, that's supposed to be your business. Once you start looking at it like it's a hustle, my friend, you've already lost. Along with that, me and James continue our conversation. I asked him, I said, you know, James, if you could go back in time right now, just go on a spaceship or take Michael J. Fox's Back to the Future DeLorean and talk to your younger self, what advice would you give yourself? I mean, let's just be real. When we're young and we're starting off things, we don't always have all the answers. We don't always make the best decisions either. Sometimes we mature in our business and we learn from our mistakes. Sometimes we become what we always wanted to be. I'm a strong believer that, you know, to become a boss, you have to be a worker. To become a winner, at some point, you're going to take a loss. Ooh, I really need to coin that one, don't I? That was a good one. But here's what James had to say.
My younger self, so that's basically going back to the mistakes that I've made.
Right.
Okay. Being my younger self, I would say dedicate more time. Dedicate more time.
Dedicate more time.
I found myself doing a lot for others that didn't have the same passion that I had. I just started back doing my logos. I was doing everything for everybody else. So that's why I said you gotta have yourself. Dedicate to yourself and your brand.
Yeah, that part. That part, yeah. But speaking of sidebar one-on-one conversations, I also had the pleasure of chatting it up with Vincent for a little bit as well. And I asked Vincent about something that I mentioned earlier in this video. Mindset. What is the mindset of an entrepreneur? What must that mindset look like? What should it be? And you can't just wake up one day and say, I want to be an entrepreneur, but your mind's not right. There's no drive there. There's nothing pushing you, you know, giving you that steam to your locomotive to make you become what you want to be, to give you that drive to continue through the hard times, because there will be hard times. There will be rain that comes along with this. Boy, if I can tell you guys about all the hard times I had, trust me, you will go through hard times. But as I said, it's those losses that make you a winner. It's that working that makes you the boss you want to be. You gotta be a worker to be a boss. And this is what Vincent said to me.
I want you to really, they always say that with the mind is so loud, it makes so much noise. Go somewhere, find you a quiet space, quiet your mind, and receive whatever you call him gives you. Call him God, Allah, Jesus. Be still, know that he's God, and do what he tell you to do. So many things he tell you don't do, you still do it anyway. And you say, God, why didn't you send me a sign? I didn't send you so many signs. Go somewhere, make your mind quiet, and receive what he tell you to do, and just do it.
Guys, as you can see, we had a great conversation. They all made some great points. Salute to Vincent, salute to Sugar, salute to James. These were three great entrepreneurs who are doing their thing, have been doing their thing for a long time. So check out their social medias, follow them if you like, ask them business questions, all right? All right? And I will see you guys in the next video. I am LX, and this is Hustle Hard Universe. And remember,
to become a boss, you have to be a worker. To become a winner, at some point, you're going to take a loss.
Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, and beat the hell out of that bell so you can see more videos like this as we release them. We need the algorithm to do its thing, guys, so we can get this message out to everyone and give everyone the real about entrepreneurship. Give everyone the real of the mindset that it takes to level up in that job that you're in, okay? Not everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. Some people just want to know how to level up in their job, and we can help you with that, all right? Help us get that message out. Help us run it up to 1,000 people. We're back on the scene, and yeah, it feels so good to be back. Let's get it.
True First Apparel 24/7, and on Facebook is True First Apparel. I also have another Instagram that's making_changes 24/7. So it's all about changing, making changes _24/7, and True First Apparel 24/7.
Oh my goodness, okay. So I do have a Facebook page, Society_Herbs. I have an IG, Society_Herbs as well.
Follow me, Garlic Sensations. I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. Real simple, Garlic Sensations. First you get that garlic, and then you get that sensation.
There it is. I'm about to get something to eat. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.